Hi, today I'd like to show you how to play Rock Me Baby, a blues standard. Wikipedia says it's the most recorded blues standard of all time. Everybody's done it. Muddy Waters, B.B. King, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Vaughan, Jeff Beck. I'm tuned to G, G, D, G. This is a 12-bar blues, which means there's 4 measures of the 1 chord, which would be a G chord. The measure is 4 beats, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then it does 2 measures of the 4 chord. You can find it like G, A, B, C, 4 fingers away, but it's on the 5th fret. If you're new, you might find that confusing, but don't worry about it, just the way it is. That's a C chord. Do 2 measures of that, then you do 2 measures of the 1 chord again, G. And then you do 1 measure of the 5 chord. You can use your fingers again to find the name. G, A, B, C, D. That's on the 7th fret. Once again, for new people, that can be confusing, but don't worry about it. Then you do 1 measure of the 4 chord, which is on the 5th fret. Then you go back to the 1 chord. You do 1 measure of the 1 chord, and we're going to do 2 measures of the 1 chord. In the most fundamental form, this song stays on the 1 and then repeats. Sometimes it has a turnaround, which means it stays on the 1 chord for 4 beats, and then it goes up to the 5 chord. I'll show it to you both ways. Now that I've sort of shown you what the chords are, we're not going to use them. This is a riff song, or a blues lick song. And what it does is it plays the same lick, but changes it with each chord through the 12-bar blues. So the first lick is so that's 2 on the low string. And then I like to go to the 5th fret because I have some vibrato there, instead of the open string. You could go, if you like that, but I'm going to go like this. So 2 on the low, 1 on the 5 in the middle, 1 on the 3. There's a little lick that attaches it together. You hit the 3 again, then you go 5 on the low, open on the middle, then the 3 again on the middle. You can almost divide that in 2. That's the first half, and then same note again. So we're going to use that phrasing every time. Now we're going to go to the 4 chord. That was the 1 chord, that's the riff on the 1 chord. So when we go to the 4 chord up here on the 5th fret, we're just going to play the lick. We're going to play it a little different, of course, because we won't be using the open strings. So we go 5 on the low, 5 on the high, once, 3 on the high, 3 again for the second part, 3 on the middle, 5, middle, 3 on the high. So you notice your slide stays in one spot and it has to zip down for that note, but then it stays there to start the second half. So you would do that twice. I'll start from the beginning and go pretty slow. Now the 4 chord. Now we go to the 5 chord once. We use exactly the same pattern we did on the 4 chord. We go up here to the 5 chord, which is on the 7th fret. And we go 7/7 on low, 7 on high, 5 on high. That's the first half of the lick. Second half of the lick, 5 on high, 5 on the middle, and 7 on the middle, and 5 on the high. Do that once, then you go to the 4 chord, then to the 1 chord. Twice. And that's where the song is starting again. If you want to, when you go back to the 1 chord, you can slide up to the 5. But that isn't done very often, actually. Alright, so that's how you do the whole song. That's all there is to it. What you'll find is everybody plays it a little bit differently. That's like the main riff. I think Jeff Beck played it almost exactly that way. Clapton too, I think he plays it that way. B.B. King, he tends to let the bass player, and he'll go like, just play the high part. So when you're looking this up, assuming that you do, you'll find that different players have different ways of doing it. So that's kind of like the full fundamental lick, and it always follows a 12-bar blues. Have a great day. Bye.